Hello everyone, back tuning into this evening's Snowwatch update. So we've got 2 days that we're interested in over the coming week. We're interested in Wednesday when a weather front will be moving down across the country. I think that's just going to bring rain and a wintry mix really. But it will be introducing colder air from the north. A cold northerly push will come in behind that weather front. And then we're interested in Thursday night and Friday morning. When area low pressure will move into this cold air, and quite what precipitation this gives is very uncertain, but it could give some snow to some parts of the country, and it could be quite significant as well. There's a chance of covering of snow out of that if it comes off. It's marginal though. It's on a knife edge again, as we've had through several events during the past couple of weeks. And during these past couple of weeks, we've always tended to be on the wet side rather than the white side of marginal. But maybe Thursday night will be the one that delivers slightly more widespread wintry conditions to some parts of the country, but it won't be everywhere. We'll have a look at the detail in a second. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads that Gazworth is, so there's links to articles, have a browse through the widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in, and thanks very much for doing that. We're going to start off on Tuesday. We've got a band of rain moving southwards and eastwards across the country. It'll be quite heavy rain. So it's going to be a wet day tomorrow. This is for GFS, by the way. We'll have a look at the GEM in a second. We go through to Wednesday, and winds are going into the north. There's a front moving down across England and Wales. As I say, this could bring some wintry weather, but I think it's mainly just a wintry mix. Quite a lot of rain, maybe a little bit of sleet. Behind it, though, the winds go into the north properly, so colder air pushes down from the north during the course of Wednesday. It will feel colder across the northern part of the country. Thursday starts off on a quiet note, but this area of low pressure out to west of Ireland is starting to move into that cold air at midday. By midnight on Friday, we find that low pressure pushing in across England and Wales. I say it's coming into cold air, and the warmer sector with this is being pushed more or less to the south of the country. So it's possible this could deliver some snow, but it won't be everywhere. I think in the south-southeast it's likely to be rain. Wales, the Midlands, northern England, perhaps a greater chance of some snow with this through Thursday night and into Friday morning. That low pressure gets out of the way through the course of Friday. The winds turn into the north. That could bring snow showers into the north and the east of the country. We keep it cold then through the weekend, with winds staying into the north. The early part of next week eventually starts seeing milder air begin to push in from the Atlantic. The GM very similar, so there's the front coming down across England and Wales on Wednesday, producing a wintry mix. No more than that, I don't think, on Wednesday. Nothing too concerning, but there could be a little bit of sleet or snow, particularly over high ground on Wednesday. Then cold air follows on behind Wednesday night into Thursday. There's below pressure to the west of Ireland at midday on Thursday. You see, it takes a very similar course to the GFS, moving it in across England and Wales during the early hours of Friday. This is midnight on Friday. The low pressure is coming in from the west. We go through to Friday. The low pressure has moved across England and Wales. It's clearing out into the North Sea, turning the winds into the north again. And then we keep those northerly winds throughout the weekend. They could be bringing in snow showers. They'll certainly be giving us night frosts over the weekend. And unlike the GFS, the GEM actually keeps it cold into next week. Keep the winds from the north or the northeast pretty much into the middle part of next week anyway. It's only right at the very end. This is Thursday the 10th that the high pressure begins to topple in and slightly milder air begins to revolve around the top. So it's cold throughout next week. But we're interested in snow. So let's have a look at the precipitation type forecast from the Weather Outlook. This is based on the GFS. So this is the rain we've got coming up tomorrow. A very wet start across England and Wales through the course of Tuesday. That rain's going to linger on through much of the day in the far south-southeast, but it will clear away. It turns a bit colder following behind with these wintry showers coming into Scotland all night. So already tomorrow in the evening, anyway, there could be some wintry weather for parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. We go through into Wednesday, and this is a band of rain or sleet or snow that could come down across England and Wales. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, so there is a chance of snow to Wales and northwest England, rain through the Midlands and eastern parts of England, but it is marginal, so just a wintry mix possible on Wednesday morning across England and Wales. You see, but in the afternoon it's actually reverting mostly to rain. But it's introducing colder air, so as this gets out of the way, on Wednesday night and into Thursday, the air does turn colder and we're bringing snow showers into the north and east. Elsewhere, it's mainly dry. So we go through daylight hours on Thursday, it's mostly dry, but low pressure's coming in from the west, bringing rain into Ireland and southwest England by the end of Thursday afternoon. And then you see some very bright colours appearing here on Thursday evening, so very wet conditions across England and Wales. Parts of Wales having heavy snow as well. We've got purple colours appearing across Wales, so that's heavy snow there. And you see that gets more widespread across England and Wales on Thursday night. This is midnight Friday, with a snow event actually taking place through parts of Wales, the Midlands, down into central southern England. But again, there's rain mixed in, so you get the idea it is very marginal. It could be a heavy wet snow event. It could just be pouring with rain. It's on such a knife edge that the model probably hasn't got it entirely right, but the potential is there anyway in the early hours of Friday for some quite significant snow or heavy rain. We go through into Friday morning and the whole lot's moves southwards and eastwards as rain, sleet or snow, difficult to say which it would be. Eventually gets out of the way through the course of Friday afternoon, and then we're left with snow showers draped around the coast, and that takes us into the weekend. A bit of a disturbance coming in there from the east across eastern parts of England on Saturday. It's suggested to be rain, but again, it would be very much on a marginal knife edge situation, so it could be rain, it could be snow moving in off the North Sea on Saturday. So there are days that were interesting. Wednesday, I think mainly just a wintry mix coming down across the country. I wouldn't expect it to amount to too much. And then maybe something a little bit more significant on Thursday night into Friday. There will be heavy rain on Thursday night into Friday. It's moving into cold air. The warm sector looks like it's being forced down across France. So watch your space for whether it could deliver some snow, and if it does, it could be fairly significant snow across Wales, possibly the Midlands, possibly Northern England. It's all to be determined, so keep checking back for more. That's how it's looking tonight, though. Thanks for watching.